So we're going to switch gears here now. I'd like to introduce our next guest, who I believe is here, Michelle Cruz from Farm Fresh, Rhode Island. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so come on over to our little red dot here. Perfect. Okay, so you're the community and vendor engagement manager.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I had that right.
Yes.
So let's talk. Farm Fresh Rhode Island has. I was just going over your website, looking at all your programs, looking at all the stuff that you guys do within the community.
Yeah.
You have a ton of programming.
Tons of programming.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what Farm Fresh RI does and just a little bit about your mission.
Sure. Farm Fresh Rhode Island, we started back in 2004, and we worked a lot with getting food to restaurants and different chefs, to as much as people possible, and really working with farmers and producers and really helping the local economy. So that's been a really, really big part of our mission.
Done a pretty good job so far, from what it seems like.
Because yes, I brought gifts.
Whoa, we like gifts.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to hold this the whole time.
Nice.
So we have a couple different slides here which we wanted to talk to. So yeah, let's talk about one, because it's March Madness and URI and PC are in March Madness, which is exciting.
Very
so let's
exciting.
talk about your March Madness, which is happening, and just a little bit about what's going on.
Sure.
So, and then we'll show this fun poster that you
The creator of March Madness was thinking about, during our market, we are the largest winter market in New England, and during the month of March, we found that like some of the farmers, their produce was waning, or some of the producers weren't able to get enough stuff, and attendance was a little bit lower in the month of March. So we're like, okay, what can we do to build excitement with our customers and farmers? So March Madness began.
Fun.
And it's really cool. So there are 4 different free events that happen. New Harvest Coffee, which is right around the corner, and their main building is in our Hope Artiste Village building. And they've been super nice. They've donated their training space for us. So there's a special event every week. We've had 2 so far. Lots of cooking demos, tastings. It smells amazing.
Oh, I bet.
In there. We had a line last week. This woman makes kimchi. She made kimchi fried rice and like steamed buns.
So good.
So good. So that's a really cool thing. And next week we have Hope in Maine, which is a food incubator. So a lot of great like local businesses will be there, and we have a beer tasting.
Fun. I mean, why not?
Yeah, from Bucket Brewery. And the week after that, we have an amazing group. They're called the African Alliance of Rhode Island. They're really, really cool, and they're doing a cool cooking demo and tasting as well. So that's a really great thing. And another great thing is a scavenger hunt that happens throughout the entire month. So we have about, depends on the week, but usually about 80 different farmers and vendors throughout our market. And so you get your scavenger hunt map. And if you're able to get to 20 people or more, you're entered into the grand prize. All of our vendors have donated one thing, so you can get an amazing basket of tons of local food. Yeah, people get really psyched about it. We've already got like a couple of maps returned already.
Oh my
people
gosh.
that are done, they're like, we're done, we're ready. So yeah. So we're really excited. It's a great way to work with, local community groups and some of our vendors, and just really boost the local food economy and celebrate small businesses and farmers. So that's what started March Madness.
March Madness. So the event that's coming up, so you already had the kimchi, and the event that's coming up is Hope in Maine. It's the beer and food pairing, which is really cool. That's March 18th, so that is Saturday. That's at 9:30, so I mean, why not drink beer at 9:30? I guess.
Our market runs every Saturday, 9 to 1, and we have a huge parking lot in the back. It's a huge building. I don't know if you've been in that building.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, so there's a huge parking lot, and there's parking around the streets as well. But people can park in the huge lot down the hill.
And then the other one is March 25th, and that's the cooking demo and tasting by the African Alliance of Rhode Island at 10 a.m.
Yes.
And that's so neat.
Yeah.
And so it all kind of started with your wintertime market, you were saying, in the market. And so this is running all winter long. So it doesn't matter if there's a snowstorm.
I think we've only canceled once ever.
Cool.
And it's cool that it's inside. You know, a lot of people use it as kind of like their first thing to do on Saturday, and they go to our markets. You see a lot of returning people every week, so it's kind of cool that they choose us as the activity that they want to kind of start off their Saturday, get their local food.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So it's awesome. And we're in our 10th season.
I
love. So I brought you this.
I love this artwork too. Yeah, who did this?
Her name is Carly Hendrickson. Yeah. We're really, really excited that she kind of encapsulated so much of what we have. Local seafood, local produce, we have tons of bakeries. I love it. So we thought you would want it.
Yeah, this is beautiful artwork. So this is your 10th year.
Yes.
And you said you have about 80 plus vendors?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a really large building, and we have 2 hallways filled, and it's pretty cool because we also really want to celebrate local artists and musicians. So we have different bands playing each time. It's really cool to see like the little kids and their parents kind of like dancing along to bands, and we try and be really diverse with who we book and everything. It's just it's a cool event.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
So what is it like to really just organize this and to be able to get these different vendors and give them a space to be able to get their produce or their seafood? I mean, I saw an oyster on there, right? And to be able to share that.
From a scenic oyster bar.
Cool, yeah.
Delicious. It's a huge process because so many people, it's so busy and so many people want to be part of it. It's planned way, way ahead. So it's a whole application process. We want to be sure that they are, producing local. We work with a lot of people from Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. So we try and support those 3 states' agriculture. We've been reaching out to a couple more states as well.
Oh, wow.
But our main focus are those 3 states. And they're so close, so we want to support them. Yeah.
And this is really just part of your mission. You do so much other work within Farm Fresh Rhode Island. What are some of the other programs that you guys do?
Yeah, and part of really thinking about the local food economy, I just came back. Congressman Langevin has a committee really focusing on food business economy, so I got to go to that meeting this morning and meet with a lot of different other people in food, in the local food movement, so it was really cool to think about how can we propel the state of Rhode Island forward with small business in general. So that's always close to our heart. But we do have a whole community access piece to our mission. So really being able to do nutritional programs at our markets. We have something called Healthy Foods, Healthy Families, and families come out and we have all these different activities. We have like a farm to school program, farm to cafeteria, just a lot of great work with kids, which I love, and just trying to figure out how we can how can we serve the community better. And we do a lot of different things in different languages, and we always want to be sure that we're able to reach as many people as possible. So I think it's really purposeful work. So
it is. And Rhode Island has such a foodie economy, a foodie establishment, that being able to provide things locally and to be able to have some of these programs. Something I saw that it seemed really neat to me is having this open kitchen program.
Yeah. So we are opening soon, and you can be invited for sure.
Cool. Sure. Yeah.
I keep giving you gifts. Here's one more. Yeah. So this is part of Harvest Kitchen. It's a group that we're really proud of. It's our culinary youth program, and it works with at-risk youth. Yeah. And they gain culinary skills. They go to the farms, learn about local produce.
Look how delicious this looks too. Yeah,
this is good. All local. It's a whole program that they go through. They learn the skills. They make everything. I brought you this because this is our most popular item. So there's applesauce from all local apples. They learn about labeling, processing, the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And we have things like stewed tomatoes and pickles. Those are really popular at the markets too. But what's really cool is that after processing all this and learning the business side, they in turn go to the market and they have their own stand and they're selling to customers. So people recognize them, and it's so cool to see the conversations that happen on Saturdays or at the Hope Street Market and all the other markets throughout the summer too. So it's really cool to see them It kind of like runs full circle. So it's pretty great. And we have a new space that's opening in May.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they have a great new space to work with. It's also in Pawtucket. So we're really excited. It's going to be a retail space.
Is that space specifically for them? Or?
Yes.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Wow. So they'll get to make everything and then they'll have their own retail space too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
and
we'll
be sourcing other local products too. But yeah, that's going to be their kitchen. So we're really excited. Cool. It's really awesome.
So how were you able to acquire that?
We worked with lots of different community partners, and we were able to find out that the space was about to find a possible tenant, and we kind of like said, yes, could we be it? So we're really excited about that. It's a gorgeous space. It's a brand new space. We were able to kind of configure it as we liked. So it's really, really awesome. And it's so cool to see the kids' reactions coming into just like a beautiful space that we can say, hey, you're in this program. This is for you. We're going to have events here. We're going to do really great things. And you're really at the core of it.
I really think that's neat. Thank you for this.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try this.
Sure.
I think it's neat that it provides youth with this opportunity to get their hands on something, to really be part of something, and to see something, like you said, kind of come full circle.
Yeah.
And then to be able to provide them a space to interact with the community and talk about their product, to be able to talk about their experience.
Yeah.
What has some of the reaction been like from these youth? What has been kind of their reaction to see this and to see their accomplishments?
It's been pretty cool. I'm a city kid who, kind of marveled at what a farm was like. So it's kind of cool to see, even from that process, to see what it's like. You could have lived 20 minutes away from some farmland, but you had never experienced it. So even that, the start of that, to see that is really cool.
Yeah.
And then to think about how they talk about their process and to see the pride that they have in their product, like their value-added product. They made this, it's cool to see them talking to customers about how they did it, and they're like, yes, it's fresh, and we did this, that's like the coolest thing for me to see each Saturday when they're talking about it. Yeah.
And I think what a good life lesson too, to be able to deal with that rejection as well. I mean, that's hard enough. How many people probably come up and say, oh, this is good, but no thanks. I mean, that's probably very hard for just regular business people, but for youth to be able to be like, no, but I worked really hard on that. Like, why aren't you buying it? To be able to deal with that rejection on a certain basis as well. I mean, that has to be good for learning experience.
Absolutely. And, they rework what they're going to say for next time, or maybe I should do my sample this way. It's cool to see what they're going to think of next. And, it builds personal skills and business skills. I think it's really cool.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I hadn't even thought of that aspect when I was kind of researching this. I thought, wow, what a neat opportunity. But then to get that extra business exposure as well.
We're really proud of them.
Wow, yeah, and how rewarding to be able to have that new space. That must just be super exciting for you.
Yeah.
It's super exciting for you. What other things do you have going on coming up? So you have the March Madness, you have the market. What else is coming up?
We do have, coming up in August, it's every August, it's our major fundraiser called Local Food Fest. And that's really cool. It's at Castle Hill every year, so it's gorgeous.
Yeah. Ooh.
And what I love about it is that it's a cool way to pair. So with our distribution program, which is called Market Mobile, we that's basically how farmers work with chefs and restaurants and retailers, so you can purchase extremely fresh local food from the farmers, and we deliver it to your door. But what I think is really cool is the creative part of Local Food Fest. So we pair a farmer with a chef, and they kind of chat together and say, okay, hey, I have this ingredient and this ingredient. What can we do? What recipe can we build from that? And then the sampling starts. So it's cool to see the creativity between the farmer and the chef, because they don't always get to talk to each other in that way. So it's cool that,
that's neat.
they're, and it's cool to see a chef really showcasing something, and they get really excited about it. So it's cool to see what they come up with throughout the evening. So yeah, it's really awesome.
I like that. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for my gifts. So Michelle Cruz from Farm Fresh, Rhode Island, and the next market is coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday, and the event and the next March Madness event is coming up on Thursday.